welcome to Eastnor. Delighted you could all join us here today for the Jaguar Land Rover Team UK Invictus Driving Trials.
I'd like to thank Jaguar Land Rover for the backing and the support. They don't only give us financial support for the Invictus Games, they give us a lot more than that. They give us opportunities for when we get out and change from our military lives into civilian street.
We're here for the Jaguar Land Rover Driving Challenge, and we have 29 guys from the Invictus Games who are going to be whittled down to only 2, so there's a bit of a challenge on them for today. The 2 that are successful will be the 2 that represent the UK out in Australia next month.
It is the first medal of the Games is available to be won at the Jaguar Land Rover Driving Challenge, so it's a huge opportunity to write yourself into the history books.
They were obviously have had their careers perhaps sometimes prematurely cut short. For them to have the opportunity to still remain competitive and have the honour of representing the UK is something which I can see now I can be envious of.
The Invictus Games mean absolutely everything to me. It has transformed my life, and I now get to watch 72 other people's lives change.
The Invictus Games, to qualify, you have to be injured, so it's not something you ever wanted, but to represent on the opening day in Sydney will just be breathtaking.
In second place, Dot Perkins. In first place, Daniel Bingley.
Thank you to Jaguar Land Rover for everything they've done today. It's been phenomenal.
For me, it's a journey. Obviously, it's going to come to an end at some point, but then you've got to replace that with something else which is more positive and mentally challenging. Look back and go, that was what I was then, and look at how I am now. Let's just keep that journey going.
We've won amongst our friends, now we've got to challenge the opposition. That's the main one.
Dean, it's a long way to the floor. Oh, it's fine. I'm used to it.
What's going on there? That was green.
Take care out there.
He sent me the wrong way.
Green ones are just here, so keep going back in this one. That's a reverse in that. Driving into that one. Driving into that one. Good. Go through the canopy when you want to. This one. Good.
It's a bit wider than I was expecting. That's fine. Yeah, the blue ones are on.
What's flashing is the blue ones over there now.
We've won amongst our friends, now we've got to challenge the opposition. That's the main one.
I think for me personally, everyone drives, everyone knows how to drive a car, but to do it tactically and precision is quite difficult. And when you put that on a time base, and obviously you're very competitive as well, it makes it a lot more challenging in that aspect to try and achieve what you want to achieve. What do you think?
Yeah, so it was, for me, it was spending the day with the rest of the team. That was all I've come for today. And then the competitive edge cut in from the first time I sat in that driving seat, and you're like, oh no, this is it, I'll focus on this today now. And then to come away with your name announced in front of all your teammates is just unbelievable, it's brilliant.
Well, to me, it's a journey, and it's a never-ending journey. The Invictus was on the idea that you might be injured, but you can still achieve things. And I don't think that, even after the Invictus is gone, or how long it goes for, you just got to keep going with your journey. And for me, Invictus is don't stop going. If you stop, time doesn't stop still. So you've got to keep going with your life. So that's my opinion on it.
I think flying my family out there, it's brilliant to get my daughter to watch adaptive sport and injured people who are all like-minded, put on in that arena and put in front of everyone to participate and compete, whether it be winning the medal. I'm trying to belittle what we've done here, because I said we had to win the medal at the start of the day, and now I've put the pressure on myself.
Well, for me, both my knees are injured, and they're going to keep downgrading even more. But then it's like I just said before, the Invictus is a journey. Do I sit there and go, oh, I'm not going to play sports? It does hurt. It hurts being in my sports, what I do for a wheelchair. But do I hold it back? No, because at the end of the day, if I want to be active and have them endorphins in my head, but I also want to see people see that I actually can get on with life and not just hold me back.
And I think it's given me a healthier life again, and that's going to give me a healthier future, and which is key with a new family now, that I've got to think about the future a bit more. So Invictus has got me back to sport, healthier living, and it's going to be helping my joints with, I've had a hip replacement, they all have a lifespan, and hopefully that's going to improve it. So it's going to get me back to all those sort of things I want to do and enjoy the family whilst I'm doing it. Myself, I think, my competitive side, to try and enjoy it. That was the main thing. That was the biggest challenge for me today, because it was a gathering of our team, and that's the main thing, and that's what I wanted today. And I think the biggest loss is 40 people that weren't here, and they will be gutted when they see how much fun we've had today. It's been phenomenal.
I think for me personally, it's control your emotions, because quite a lot of these activities are quite mentally challenging. Would you agree? Like, there's certain ones where you've got to think, this is not going to beat me, but I will contain it and then achieve what I need to achieve. And that is obviously going the fastest or not making the least mistakes, but at the same time not getting overwhelmed with the challenge of going, this is very difficult, and it is very difficult. So I think that was, for me, the challenging, is that they've put it difficult enough that it's not pushed me too far.
It's going to be the best memories. We're here on this earth by memories, I think. We all got injured or have an illness of some description, and that's changed our life, and it's changed the way we make memories, but Invictus is going to make some of the best ones.
I think for me it's a journey. Obviously it's going to come to an end at some point, but then you've got to replace that with something else which is more positive and mentally challenging, to keep you active, to keep you with that drive. If it's going into the Paralympics or just starting in a local team, just keep on driving and don't look back. Just look back and go, that was what I was then, but look at how I am now. And that's the thing about it, it's just keep that journey going.